In the barren wastelands of the post-apocalyptic world there lived a hermit like no other. He was a recluse, a mystic, and an enigma, all rolled into one. But what made him truly unique was that he lived inside another man's head. The man's name was Jack. He was a survivor of the nuclear holocaust that had ravaged the world, leaving behind a desolate landscape of radioactive ash and twisted metal. Jack had been exposed to the lethal radiation that had killed most of his fellow humans, but instead of dying, he had mutated. Now, he was a walking anomaly, a creature with two heads. One was his own, and the other belonged to the hermit who lived inside his mind. The hermit was a wise old man who had been a scientist before the apocalypse. He had used his knowledge to build a device that allowed him to transfer his consciousness into Jack's head, where he had remained ever since. The hermit's name was never revealed, but some said he was a reincarnation of a great sage from the distant past. He had lived for centuries, and his vast knowledge had helped Jack survive in a world that was hostile and unforgiving. The hermit knew the secrets of the universe, and he shared them with Jack through a telepathic connection that linked their minds. Jack was grateful for the hermit's guidance. He had learned how to hunt for food, how to avoid the mutants that roamed the wasteland, and how to make weapons from the scraps of metal he found. He had also learned how to meditate, to tap into the power of the universe, and to control the energy that flowed through his body. But Jack was not alone. There were others like him. Mutants who had survived the apocalypse and who roamed the wasteland, searching for a way to make sense of the chaos that surrounded them. Some of them were friendly, but others were hostile, and Jack had to be careful. He had to use his wits and his knowledge to stay alive. In the end, Jack realized that the hermit was more than just a voice inside his head. He was a friend, a mentor, and a guide, and he was a part of him, a part of his soul. Together they had survived the end of the world, and together they would forge a new beginning. In the world of Philip K.Dick, reality is not what it seems, and the line between the real and the imaginary is blurred. In this tale of the hermit who lived inside another man's head, we see a reflection of this theme. The hermit is a projection of Jack's subconscious, a manifestation of his inner wisdom and strength. And yet he is also a real entity, a wise old man who has found a way to survive in a world that has gone mad. The hermit is a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in the darkness, and a reminder that even in the midst of despair there is always a way forward.